boys and girls. In this video, I'm going to be doing your Chapter 14 Math Check Your Progress page with you. Now, the Check Your Progress pages are not a test, so you're not given a grade like a test. But what it is it's a way for me to look at your progress, see what you have learned so far, and then decide from there if I need to teach some concepts better or if you're ready to move forward. And so I'm going to go through the page with you today, front and back. I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm simply going to guide you through each of the problems. And then once you are finished putting in your answers, you will upload that to Class Dojo. You won't get marked down on this. If you get some wrong, you'll just get credit for doing it. It's like a completion grade. But it will be a way for me to know if you're understanding halves and fourths or if I need to explain it a little bit better. So if you want to get out your math books, if you haven't already, and open them up to the Chapter 14 Check Your Progress page. Remember, it's the purple page. It looks like this. It's actually page 545. So if you don't have it open yet, go ahead and get it open now. You can pause this and then unpause once you've got it ready, or if you're ready to go, we'll get started. Okay, so just a few quick reminders before we go through this. Remember, we've been learning about equal shares, and we know that an equal share means that they're the same size pieces. And we talked about halves, which we learned were two of the same size pieces. So if you cut something into two, those are halves. And then we talked about fourths or quarters, which is when you break something into four equal size pieces. Okay, so let's look here at number 1. It says, how many equal shares? So it's asking you, how many equal parts has this square been broken up into? So if you think it's 2, you'll circle A. If you think it's 3, you'll circle B. And if you think it's 4, you'll circle C. Now remember, if you need more time on any of these, you can just push pause on the video, take all the time you need, and then unpause it when you're ready to move on. You can also rewind if you need a question repeated because it's already been read to you. So go ahead and back it up if you need a repeat. All right, number 2, it says how many equal shares. So they're wanting to know this rectangle has been broken into how many same size parts. If you think it's 2, circle A. If you think it's 3, circle B. And if you think it's 4, circle C. Moving down to number 3. It says which shows halves. So you're going to circle either A, B, or C. Remember that halves is broken into 2 parts, but they have to both be equal or the same size. So circle which one shows halves. Number 4, which shows fourths. So looking at the rectangles, they've all been broken into 4 pieces, but only one of them shows fourths. Circle the letter for the correct shape. Moving down to number 5, it says name the equal shares. So what are those equal parts called? So they broke this triangle into 2 equal parts. Are those called halves or fourths? If you think it's halves, circle A. If you think it's fourths, circle B. Number 6, name the equal shares. So this shape has been broken into 4 equal parts or equal shares. If you think those parts are called halves, circle A. And if you think those parts are called fourths, circle B. And when you're finished with that problem, you can turn the page. I'm going to get ready on page 546. All right. Number 7 says, how many halves make a whole? So think about in your brain, what does halves mean? If I cut something into how many pieces, that gives me halves. How many pieces do I need? If you think it's 2, circle A. If you think it's 3, circle B. And if you think it's 4, circle C. All right, number 8 says, how many fourths make a whole? So if I cut something into fourths, how many pieces will there be that I need to color in to make a whole piece? Would it be 2, circle A, 3, circle B, or 4, circle C? Number 9 says, Shelby cut her sandwich into quarters. How many equal shares does she have? So if she cut her sandwich into quarters, you need to think, what does quarters mean? Is it 2 pieces? Circle A. 3 pieces? Circle B. Or 4 pieces? Circle C. Number 10 says, Wes and a friend are sharing an apple. They both want the same amount. So how many equal shares do they need? It's Wes and a friend. So how many equal shares do they need? 2, circle A. 3, circle B. 4, circle C. All right. Moving down to number 11. Draw a line or lines to show the rectangle with halves. So think about, what does halves mean? How many parts do I need? And then draw a line on this rectangle to show me halves. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. As long as you have the right amount of equal parts, you will be correct. And for number 12, it says draw a line or lines to show the circle in fourths. So figure out what you can do to show me fourths. And remember, they have to be equal parts. And number 13, which 2 show equal shares? They wrote 2 very big so that you know you need to be finding 2 answers, not just 1. So which 2 answers show equal shares? So look at each shape, and if you see that both of the share or all of the shares are the same size, circle the letter. If they're not, leave it alone. All right, boys and girls, so that is the end of our mid-chapter progress check. Go ahead and take a picture of both sides of this and upload it to Class Dojo so that I can see how you're doing with this math. And I will see you again for our next lesson soon.